Ramesses the Great, also known as Ramesses II, was one of the most revered and powerful pharaohs of ancient Egypt, reigning during the 19th dynasty from 1279 to 1213 BCE. Often regarded as the epitome of the ideal pharaoh, he is remembered for his extensive and prosperous rule, as well as his ambitious construction projects and military conquests. His significance is underscored by the fact that his reign was one of the longest in Egyptian history, which allowed him to leave an indelible mark on the civilization's culture, religion, and architectural landscape. The significance of Ramesses the Great lies not only in his contributions to Egypt's infrastructure and economy, but also in his ability to maintain and expand the empire's borders through strategic military campaigns. Notable examples of his architectural legacy include the construction of the temples at Abu Simbel, which stand as a testament to both his religious devotion and his desire for eternal remembrance. Additionally, the Ramesseum, his mortuary temple, serves as a symbol of his quest for immortality. These structures not only highlight his architectural ingenuity, but also reflect the power and grandeur of his reign. Ramesses II is often associated with the biblical exodus of the Israelites, as many scholars believe he may have been the pharaoh during their departure from Egypt. While this connection remains speculative, it highlights the enduring cultural and religious significance attached to his name. Supporters of this viewpoint point to the extensive records and monumental achievements of his reign to argue for his historical prominence. However, there is also controversy surrounding his military campaigns, particularly the Battle of Kadesh, which Ramesses claimed as a great victory, despite the fact that the outcome is often considered a stalemate. Challenges associated with his reign include the glorification of his achievements, sometimes at the expense of objective historical accuracy. Ramesses' inscriptions and monuments often exaggerated his accomplishments, particularly in battle, raising questions about the reliability of these sources. This propaganda was a strategic effort to ensure political stability and project an image of invincibility. Despite these challenges, Ramesses the Great's influence permeates other aspects of Egyptian history, including its art, architecture, and religious practices. His reign is often seen as a pinnacle of New Kingdom grandeur, illustrating how his leadership and vision shaped the identity of ancient Egypt and left a legacy that continues to capture the imagination of people around the world today. Ramesses the Great, also known as Ramesses II, was one of the most powerful and influential pharaohs of ancient Egypt, reigning during the 9th dynasty in the 13th century BCE. Early life and rise to power are crucial components of understanding his legacy. Born as the son of Seti Wati and Queen Tuya, Ramesses was groomed for leadership from a young age. His upbringing was steeped in military training, governance, and religious rituals, which prepared him for the immense responsibilities that would come with his eventual ascension to the throne. The significance of Ramesses' early life and rise to power lies in his transition from a young prince to a formidable ruler who would come to embody the might and prosperity of Egypt. This phase of his life set the foundation for his long and successful reign, which lasted over 6 decades. His ability to maintain stability and accomplish numerous construction projects can be attributed to the lessons learned and the alliances formed during his early years. One specific example of Ramesses' rise is his appointment as co-regent by his father Seti I, which allowed him to gain invaluable experience in governance. This practical exposure enabled him to undertake military campaigns in Nubia and Canaan effectively, securing Egypt's borders and asserting its dominance in the region. Another example is the strategic marriage alliances he forged, including his marriage to Nefertari, which solidified political ties and strengthened his position, both domestically and internationally. Opinions on Ramesses' ascent often highlight his charisma and strategic acumen as fundamental to his success. He was not only a military leader, but also a statesman and architect of cultural prosperity. However, Some scholars argue that his focus on monumental architecture, such as the construction of Abu Simbel, may have overextended Egypt's resources, creating challenges for successors. Controversies surrounding his early life include debates about the exact nature of his military exploits and whether some of his recorded victories were exaggerated or propagandized to cement his image as a legendary pharaoh. An alternative viewpoint suggests that the grandeur of his reign may overshadow the contributions of his predecessors and successors. Ramesses' early life and ascension intricately connect to his later achievements, including his expansive building projects, military campaigns, and the establishment of a legacy that earned him the moniker the Great. These early experiences shaped his reign and left an indelible mark on Egypt's history, influencing its culture, religion, and political landscape for generations. Ramesses the Great, one of ancient Egypt's most formidable pharaohs, is renowned for his military campaigns and the expansion of Egypt's territories. This concept refers to the various military endeavors and strategic initiatives undertaken by Ramesses II to extend Egypt's influence and ensure its dominance in the ancient world. These campaigns were crucial in establishing Egypt as a major power, improving its economy, securing borders, and increasing its wealth through tributes, an essential aspect of maintaining the grandeur of Ramesses' reign. One significant example of Ramesses' military prowess is the Battle of Kadesh against the Hittites. This battle, often cited as one of the earliest known examples of large-scale chariot warfare, demonstrated Ramesses' tactical acumen and deep impact on his legacy. Although the battle ended in a stalemate, it eventually led to the first recorded peace treaty. Another notable campaign led by Ramesses was his expedition into Nubia, which further solidified Egypt's southern borders and enhanced its access to vital resources like gold. These strategic moves not only fortified Egypt's territorial integrity, but also allowed Ramesses to project his power beyond the Nile Valley. Supporters of Ramesses' military strategies often highlight their role in sustaining Egypt's prosperity and stability. The pharaoh's ability to secure and expand Egypt's territory ensured a long-lasting peace and economic growth, which were essential for the flourishing culture and monumental architecture that characterized his reign, including the construction of temples like Abu Simbel. However, Ramesses' military campaigns invite some controversy and criticism. While some historians praise his strategy and vision, others argue that his ventures were costly and placed a significant burden on the state's resources and its people. There is also debate regarding the portrayal of these campaigns in Egyptian records, often seen as heavily propagandized to enhance Ramesses' image. Critics suggest that not all campaigns were as victorious as depicted, indicating a potential dissonance between reality and royal propaganda. These military campaigns are intricately connected to other aspects of Ramesses' reign, such as his monumental building projects and diplomatic initiatives. The wealth and stability brought by these conquests allowed Ramesses to embark on extensive construction projects, leaving an architectural legacy that serves as a testament to his power. Ultimately, Ramesses' military strategies and their outcomes played a fundamental role in shaping not only his reign, but also the broader narrative of ancient Egyptian history. Ramesses the Great, also known as Ramesses II, was one of ancient Egypt's most prolific builders, leaving behind an architectural legacy that continues to captivate the world today. Architectural achievements and monuments under his reign are not merely feats of engineering, but are iconic symbols of his power and divine rule. These constructions serve to legitimize his long reign and demonstrate his greatness both to his people and to neighboring nations. One of his most significant accomplishments is the temple complex at Abu Simbel. Carved into a mountainside, the Great Temple is fronted by 4 colossal statues of Ramesses himself, designed to project his image as a godlike ruler. This monument, along with the smaller temple, dedicated to his favorite wife, Nefertari, not only exemplifies the grandeur of his reign, but also played a role in impressing and intimidating foreign lands and visiting dignitaries. Another remarkable example is the Ramesseum, a massive mortuary temple situated on the west bank of the Nile near Luxor. The Ramesseum served as a testament to Ramesses the Great's belief in his eternal legacy, with its grandiose pillars, statues, and inscriptions, all celebrating his military achievements and divine status. These architectural feats also reflect the economic prosperity and organizational capacity of Egypt during his rule, indicating a society capable of mobilizing vast resources and labor for such monumental projects. Architectural achievements under Ramesses II's reign are supported by numerous historians and Egyptologists who view them as pivotal in understanding the power dynamics and religious ideologies of ancient Egypt. However, these grand projects were not without their controversies. The sheer scale of these constructions required massive resources, which likely placed a considerable burden on the Egyptian economy and its labor force, raising questions about the social implications of such projects. These monumental works have influenced various aspects of Egyptian culture and history, particularly in reinforcing the concept of the pharaoh as a divine entity. This intertwines with the religious and political fabric of Ramesses' time, strengthening his authority and propagating the notion of his eternal rule. In doing so, these architectural achievements provided a framework for understanding the intersection of religion, politics, and architecture in ancient Egypt, offering valuable insights into the legacy of Ramesses the Great and how he influenced succeeding generations and rulers.